Greetings. This one comes from the Empath newsletter, and it's a question about how to stop the inner critic and sabotaging of personal progress. Well, firstly, it's important. Firstly, I want to acknowledge how brave it is of you to ask the question. Self-sabotage comes from the unconscious mind. And so even though you have in your head, you put all these plans in place, the reality is the reason you self-sabotage is because in your shadow side of self, some aspect of yourself is being fulfilled. So what you need to do, which I'm having a 7-day self-sabotage challenge at the moment, is you need to pay attention to your inner voice, because your inner voice is the voice that enables you to do the things that you say you don't want to do. So you have to pay attention, because on one hand, you're saying this, but your behavior is saying that. Now, what I think would be most beneficial for you is for you to start to learn what that behavior is about, so that you begin to have more control over yourself. So what you have to do is to lean into the self-sabotaging behaviors. You have to get curious about yourself. And at some level, that is helpful to you. Sabotage is often a way of keeping ourselves safe. We may not feel like it, we may not want it, but it actually is connected to keeping ourselves safe. But that's not helpful to us as we want to level up. So what we need to do is to begin to develop the insights to help us make informed choices where what we say and what we do. The key to self-awareness fundamentally is being self-aware. You have to catch yourself. You have to listen to all the small ways that you make excuses and justifications. One of the benefits of self-sabotage is it keeps us in our comfort zone. And often the ambition in terms of keeping us in our comfort zone is where we stay safe. But you and I know that we can't grow in our comfort zones. We can't grow in stagnation. And so it's essential for us to push through. Here we go. I am doing my dissertation, and despite there being less than 1 year before the deadline, and I cannot bring myself to do it. I know I can do it, but I cannot apply myself. I will procrastinate and do anything to avoid engaging with the work that will support my career and future. My question to you is this normal behavior? Is this something that you've done before in your life? Do you tend to sabotage before you get to a goal? In addition, if you're also training, presume you're training to be a therapist, that's my assumption, you should be having supervision. I would encourage you should be having therapy if you are training. So you should have some support around you. But if not, please feel free, do reach out to me, because self-sabotage is a massive fundamental way that we sabotage our own dreams. And that's before any narcissistic individuals get hold of us. It's one of the ways that we hold ourselves back. And it's one of the reasons why it's so fundamental to our greatness, to our ambitions, to be able to challenge that. In my Navigate Narcissism Now group, we have a 7-day challenge on at the moment, and we converse, we check in every day to see what strides we're making. And I check in too, because I don't want people putting me on pedestals and thinking that I've got this sussed. I haven't. I may be further along in other aspects, but I'm passionate about helping empaths understand that we are all human and that we are all at different stages of the journey. Self-sabotage and empaths, when we're not aware, can often go hand in hand. And so it's also about understanding your empathic nature. Fundamentally, the key is self-awareness. Self-awareness is fundamental to helping you learn how to stop sabotaging. And if you're talking about your inner critic, your self-sabotage and your inner voice work hand in hand. In fact, what I'm going to tell you to do is to reach out to me. Let's have a conversation, because your future self needs you to complete this. For many of the students that I help who are working towards their doctorates, their masters, their diplomas, dealing with self-sabotage is fundamental, and we need to understand that. And sometimes can be linked to critical parents, especially if you're brutal with yourself internally. So pay attention to that. All right, I hope that has been of benefit to you. I have another question that I will be doing. Feel free to send me any questions you have about being an empath, the challenges you have, and anything that goes through your mind and you need some answers. More than happy to help. It's your gal, Keely Taverner. I must look at the damn lens. I'm looking at the screen. Look in the camera, Keely. Getting used to this. Where was I? It's your gal, Keely Taverner. Empath's companion. My empath crew do take care of you, because if you don't, no one's coming to save you. We must learn to save our precious selves.